Hello everyone, it's Lisa and Rodney from Craftin' and Cruisin' in a different location. We have had some really bad storms here. Last night was terrible. And then we had some real heavy rain a little while ago, and for some reason the internet would not work in the motorhome. So we had to come up here in our bedroom and get connected real quick. So hopefully the camera doesn't move too much. I had to set a card table up so I could craft. And Carol Lee from Carol Lee Crafty Cottage is just finishing up. And then after me is Christy at My Artful Adventures. So when I get through, what you'll want to do is refresh the page in the Crafty Bunch. Thank you, Mama P. Okay, I'm sprinkled. You'll want to refresh your page. Hey, Denise, in the Crafty Bunch to watch the next presenter. This is Christmas in July, and y'all know I've been doing that all month long, every single day. And I still have a few days left to do it, huh? So I'm glad you're here. I'm going to go back and watch the replay of people who've been before me. I had a Zoom meeting I had to be on, excuse me, prior to this. So anyway, sorry it's wobbly. Sorry it's a little bit darker than usual, but the storm really did us in. I'm in Tennessee, and
you may want to zoom. I'm going to move this off the table.
I don't like that.
Can you zoom it a little bit? And otherwise it's going to shake all the time.
I'm scared to zoom it.
Okay.
Let me see, y'all, if I can zoom in a little bit. But sometimes when I try to do that, okay, that's zoomed a little, maybe a little bit too much. Is that too close, y'all? Let me know. So, hey, Grace. So, I had to do some pre-prep to get ready for today's event. What we're going to do, Debbie Harris says, good morning, Lisa and Rodney. Good morning, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
We're doing a Christmas tree today made from nature, primarily. So what I did was I went into my stash in my art studio and found this frame that looked just like this on the back. It did have this in it and a piece of mat board in it. I took the mat board out. All I have done is I took this part out and I decoupaged it with a napkin, a poinsettia napkin, or poinsettia, however you say it. Then, and I did paint the board first with white. It was white, but it had kind of some grungy yellow look on it, so I just took white chalk paint and put a coat on there. Then I took red, Santa red, folk art Santa red, and painted about 3 coats around the edge of this because I did not paint it white first. If I had painted the frame white first, it would have taken the red better. And on this brown, it took a lot of coats. So I had to use 3 coats. But I wanted to crackle the frame. Now, I will say that using the Pen Art Fine Line Crackle did pretty well down here. Crackle is just something that, for me, I have found, let me see where, like on the edge right there, you can see it did pretty well. But it's weird. It's like sometimes I do projects and they turn out really, really well. And then other times I use it and they don't turn out at all. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I do know that I've heard that the thinner the coat that you put on, the finer the crackle. And that pen art is a 2-step process. And it's really supposed to dry like naturally in between the two. That didn't happen. So I put about 3 coats of red, got that dried. Then I put number 1 on here. Hey, Deborah, miss you too, sister. And dried it with my heat tool, my little bitty teeny tiny heat tool that I love. And then I put the second coat on, did the same thing. And then I went over it with white chalk paint. And that's how the crackle shows up. You have a dark color underneath and a lighter color on top. I didn't love the effect because it didn't totally crackle. So I just took a sanding block from the Dollar Tree and I just went around it and tried to make it look a little more antique. Now what I'm going to do now to add even more is I'm going to use my Bare Antique Wax in the color, I always forget the color, Dark Antique. And you get this at Home Depot. So I'm just going to rub it along the frame right here. I'll put some on here because y'all know if you've watched me any length of time, I do not like the bright white. I'm not saying I would never, because there may be some times or applications that I would like it to be bright white, but I've just kind of been going through a phase lately where I like things that look a little more aged. And I think when you're crackling something, making it look aged with doing something like this just is more to my liking. If you don't like the antiquing, then of course you don't want to do this. But I have so many frames where I have bought pictures at the Dollar Tree because I was going to do something with the actual picture inside of it and took it out of the frame. And so I thought, this is one time I need to go to my stash and get something that I can reuse. And it is a cheap frame for sure. But I think this is going to be so cute. I made one really similar to this last year. I wasn't doing lives last year, so I didn't do it on the live. I did post pictures in some places, and it looked a little bit different. But I just think it's fun when you can go out into nature and find things that you can use in your crafting. So even though we had those horrific storms last night and everything was soaking wet, I sent my husband on a mission this morning to go get me some sticks, and he did, and of course they were all soaking wet, so he came inside and put them in the oven and dried them out for me, and then we kind of cut them to fit.
Always inspired creations. Thanks for following and sprinkling.
Yes,
and
thank
hello,
you
Terry.
So much. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of this antique wax on this paper. In fact, I may go back and deliberately add some because I kind of like it. Now, the tree is going to cover up a lot of this paper. That's okay. You're still going to be able to see poinsettias around the edge. And so you'll get the best of both worlds. Then we're going to make a messy bow to put on one corner. I have a rusty star like I used on a project earlier this week that we're going to put on top. And then we're going to use molding paste on the limbs to look like snow and sprinkle diamond dust on them. And I think it's going to be gorgeous. We just used diamond dust on my live last night. We had to do from up here as well. And then we had to get the vacuum out because that stuff will get in your feet and hurt badly. Okay, so see, it's just a little more vintage looking now. So let me put that out of the way and close this up. And we're going to start adding the sticks, which I already have laid out here. You might be able to see some of them over here, but I've got them laid out the way I want to put them on. So I'm going to use hot melt. What?
Nothing.
Did you want to move that?
I was going to turn the camera, but no, you said it. You're going to soon have them all stacked up pretty.
You're going to turn it sideways?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's our little trunk, a baby trunk. So I hope y'all are having good weather. It sounds like for the moment anyway, it's passed by. I don't know.
Look outside. It's sunshiny.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it has passed by. Y'all, we were supposed to go camping this weekend. we're supposed to leave today and then come back Saturday in time for a friend's mother's funeral. And the storms were really horrific. And we just decided that since we were going to have to tear down so early on Saturday morning to come back, and driving the motorhome would not be probably the most fun thing for Rodney to do on the slick, rainy roads. And I'm talking about it rained so hard for so long yesterday and today that the water was ponding. So there would have been a lot of water on the road. So as bad as we hated to do it, because we're not going to make next month's trip, we just decided that it would be in our best interest to stay here. Plus we've been gone a lot and we're both just kind of tired. We just kind of needed to be at home for a change. So what are y'all doing this fine day, and what is the weather like? Always Inspired Creations. Thank you for following and sprinkling. I appreciate you. Anybody that is willing to share us out, we would love that too. You know, you just kind of roll them over and over and see, turn it around, see which way you like it. And what's kind of cool is that the poinsettias are showing through here. So that's just another little layer or dimension. I really didn't know what I was going to put on here. When I made the other one last year, I used a couple of Oriental papers I had in cream color and put a solid background and then tore some pieces off to put around the edges.
Deborah Jed said it's 80 here and sunny.
80 degrees in Pittsburgh. Are you loving it, Debbie, or are you not loving it? Some people love the sun and the heat. I don't. I mean, I don't mind the sun, but I don't like the heat. And I hate the humidity that we have here. Whoops, don't push too hard.
Dottie's Design in Morris. I watched the replay of you making those paper flowers. I can't wait to make those.
Oh, good, Dottie. I'm glad. I can't wait to see them. You have to post them so I can see them. They are so much fun. And one reason I think something like that's so much fun is that you can do it anywhere.
Deborah said she loves the air conditioning.
Yeah, me too, Deborah. Me too, sister. AC is our friend for show. I remember growing up as a teenager, I could not wait until the summer came and I could get out in the sun with my baby oil and iodine mixed and spray on my body, and then put sun in my hair to make it more. My hair was really, really dark brown, you guys.
Jana Abel, welcome to the page.
Hey, sis. Jana's our daughter. Sun in. Because both my sisters and I had really dark hair. And I really wanted blonde hair. And so I used that sun in. I just knew the sun in was going to do the trick, y'all. It didn't do anything except make my hair look kind of orange. But boy, we loaded that baby oil on. And we would lay out in the sun for hours on end. If we weren't near a pool, that was okay. We still wanted to be sun goddesses and be out in the sun. And my mother used to say all the time, one day y'all are going to regret this. And we were like, nah, you know, we'll quit doing it before it really matters. And fortunately, knock on wood, I have not had skin cancer, and I pray I never do. But I wish now that I had listened to her, because my mother always had absolutely gorgeous skin. And my skin is not in great shape at all. So, yes to sun in, Deborah said. Yeah, didn't we just love it? Sometimes we would get those they made those a long time ago, those, and they may still make them, those aluminum mats that you could lay out on, you know. And then the aluminum would attract the sun even more. So when you do the baby oil and iodine and the aluminum mat, spray bottle, and keep yourself sprayed down to attract the sun, man, we were just kicking it. Lemon juice too. Yes, I forgot about lemon juice. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Lemon juice. And copper tone, you know that little commercial, tan don't burn, get a copper tone tan. We swore by copper tone. That was the only sunscreen, if I use sunscreen, which was very rare. But even the tanning oil, you know, loved it. Loved it. But then when you know somebody that has had skin cancer and, you know, has said they wish they had listened back in the day and done what was recommended, it's a little late then. Okay, so we've got all of our little branches on here. And now, this part right here, I'm going to hold this up. Y'all won't be able to see for a minute, but I'm going to put just a little bit of hot melt down in here because it's trying to pull up with all the weight of the board. So I'm going to put some hot melt in and hold it up and try to get the excess off. Let's see. That hot don't dry as fast. Oh, you got to get it off quick. I think I lost my comment reader. Yes, oh my gosh, I would get so burnt and my hair would be orange, mine too. And then when your hair gets orange, you can't do anything about it. You know, you just have to, oh, I lost my earring. You just have to kind of let it grow out. Yeah, I remember that too, so well.
My phone needed some juice.
But we thought we were cool back in the day, didn't we? Whoa, there's that term, back in the day. Ouch, 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 ouch. Some of that glue went through the bottom. Ooh, that hurt.
You got room for the star, or can I take one log off?
No, I'm going to let it prop up over the edge some. It'll be fun. I tried it earlier, and I decided I liked it. Okay. So now, let's go on and put the little, here's the little star. And I love these. I wish I had bought a whole bunch of them because I love them. I think they're so cute. Let me see where I need glue. I need it around those top 3 little edges. So this time of year, I'm always counting down the days until it's fall.
Hello, Rhonda at Repurposed Home Decor.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Did you
Johnny.
graduate in the 80s? I graduated in the 70s, girl. 73. 73. Yes, ma'am, I did.
Suntan lotion in the 60s and 70s had a 2 to 4% SPF.
Yeah, compared to 30 that they recommend now. Okay. And yeah, the limbs are kind of crooked. That's okay. Show me some trees and I'll show you some crookedness. Okay, so now we're going to use the molding paste. Y'all, I love this. I use this for all kinds of stuff. So if this works the way I want it to, the way I see it in my head, then it'll look like snow. But, you know, on the edges, the snow frequently, like on the ends of the limbs, is thicker. So what I'm going to do is put some snow on here, and then I'm going to put, while it's still damp in places, I'm going to put diamond dust to really make it sparkle. And some places are going to be heavier than others, because that's how snow does when it falls. Y'all see? No, you can't see. Now you can see. Ronnie, you watching to see what's going on? And
I am.
Reading comments.
Yep. Tracy Everly Campbell
Hey,
says, hi,
Tracy.
Lisa.
I was just on your meeting. Sorry, I got kicked off. We had a bad storm here, Tracy, and I had to use my husband's phone just to even connect. I couldn't get internet at all, and then it just kicked us off. So.
Cynthia Kaywood says, hello, I'm following you now from Arkansas.
Thank you so much. I'm glad. Welcome.
Carolyn Barnes says, hello, first time watching you from Alabama.
Oh, welcome. You're my neighbor if you're from Alabama. Okay, let's see what we can do. Just, you know what, I don't have to add the diamond dust right now because this stuff will stay damp for a while. But I use this, I even have used this in watercolor paintings when I wanted texture. I just love it. I use it on the light bulb ornaments. If y'all saw the light bulb ornaments that I made, I used this on the snowman. I used it on one of the Santas that I did for his beard, and I just love it.
Carolyn, thank you for sprinkling.
Yes, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that so much.
Carolyn, we are in Franklin, Tennessee.
Suburb of Nashville.
That's where we've been
Y'all
residing
see
for
how
many years.
How I'm putting this on here like snow.
Yeah, that's better. We can see it that way. Yep, we've been in the Franklin area for a long time.
Oh, I got a booger right here.
I was born in Lynchburg, Tennessee, home of Jack Daniel, and Lisa was born in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I was.
Cynthia says it looks great.
Thank you, Cynthia. I've been in Tennessee since I was a little girl. So I really call Tennessee home, even though I still have lots of relatives in the Bowling Green, Franklin, Kentucky area. And our daughter, one of our daughters, and her family live in Lexington.
Tracy Campbell says, I had no idea you were that close to me. I've been to Franklin several times over the past few months.
Tracy, really? Oh my goodness, girl, if you come back, let me know. Where are you?
She's 45 minutes from Bowling Green.
You are?
But I don't know which direction.
Well, we need to get together, sister. That's cool. I love that.
If you're 45 minutes south of Bowling Green, you're almost in Tennessee.
Yeah, which direction? Are you more north? Are you more toward Lexington? Louisville?
Carolyn says, okay, my husband used to work in Deckard, Tennessee. I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, married and moved to Alabama. Deckard is my stomping grounds. I'm from Lynchburg, and south of there, almost to Deckard. I used to go to Deckard years ago to haul feed and everything.
I used to go to Deckard with my mother-in-law to shop sometimes. So we know right where that is. Okay, y'all, I may add a little bit more before I put the
Did you go
diamond
to Deckard
dust
or
on it.
Winchester?
We went to Deckard and Winchester. That what was that fabric store in Deckard?
Hammers.
No, not Hammers. The
That was
one
in
that your
Winchester.
mother loved. That was.
Oh, I don't know.
There in Deckard, there was a big fabric store. I think it's out of business now, but my mother-in-law loved it. And when we would go down there and visit, we would sometimes go there. We always went to Hammers in Winchester.
Tracy Campbell says, I'm near Owensboro, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. My college roommate was from Russellville, Kentucky. Like I said, I still have relatives in Bowling Green, some in Franklin, Kentucky.
Her daughter lives in Lexington.
So does my daughter. She's a nurse, but she's now a nurse
That was
manager.
me I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tracy's daughter.
No, my daughter. Kind of like your daughter.
Yeah, like our daughter. Okay. So y'all, I'm going to put a little bit up on the star too, because you know it should have some too.
Carolyn said her husband was what a small world. My husband was a manager at the Bilo in Deckard.
That is a small world.
Hey, Susan Hicks.
Y'all, it
Good
gets
afternoon.
smaller all the time. You know it?
How's
What
your-
is that Kevin Bacon book, 7 Degrees of Separation? I mean,
We can't see this very well.
oh, sorry. I'm just adding some to the star. My bad. 7 degrees of separation, I think. It's amazing how you run into people in all areas of the world that say, oh, I know such and such so-and-so, or, oh, that's where my family's from. It's like, really? Okay, now I'm adding the diamond dust, which I think this will make it stick really well because the molding paste is damp. So I don't have to go back and use glue. But I'm giving it a generous amount so it'll really stick. Now this will, the diamond dust will take just a little bit to be super sparkly. Especially if you use some kind of a glue on it. Oh, that's so pretty. Uh-oh, I lost 2 sticks.
You have to get the glue back out.
Whoops. Hold, please. Okay.
Put some glue down on the, yeah, there you go. That's why you have plenty of glue sticks.
I don't know if any of you all were the recipients of the glue tool, we won't say the other word, tool caddy that my husband made and sold several of. But if you did, then you wondered, who was that? Well, that's who it was.
Rhonda said, save the blooper reel.
Yep.
Save for the blooper reel.
I had one last night too, Rhonda, when I was trying to make those flowers on the Czech Savvy Sisters. And the first one I made just was not cooperating with me at all. And so I said, okay, well, so that was a fail. Let's start again. Okay, so now we've got this part done. Now what I want to do, how much time do I have?
It is 1:40.
1:15 to 2. Okay. So now I'm going to set that to the side, and I want to make a messy bow. Now, I brought some black over here, black and white. I don't know that I'm going to use the black and white. What happened to the twine?
Well, I don't know.
We had a piece of twine here.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Maybe it's under here.
Yep. Most of y'all know, I don't know if Tracy knows if she's still on here, but I travel a lot with my husband, and it's such a blessing because we get to go so many places together. But I'm not the kind of person that likes to sit still in the car and just look at scenery or whatever. Let me pause right there. So a messy bow, if y'all have ever seen Refab, Brooke with Refab's messy bow, she just crisscrosses pieces of whatever she's going to use in her bow and then ties them with a piece of string or another ribbon. So anyway, I just don't like to sit in the car and like look at things. I want to be doing something. So Rodney made me a cute, neat little half circle board to sit in my lap and punch some holes in the top for me to stick paintbrushes down in and a pair of scissors down in, and then he made a little place with a sponge around it that I can put an empty like something like this if I want to put water in excuse me, to rinse my brushes. And so we can literally be driving down the road and, you know, on our way to wherever he's going to be working, and I can be crafting. And I even have one of those portable Ryobi glue tools, sorry. And so if I need to glue something, then, you know, I've got it all right there. So then we decided we wanted to get a motorhome. And so we did, and I wanted to be able to craft in the motorhome. So he said, let me take out the table that's in here for us to sit at to eat. And pause. Do y'all think I need to put any black and white in here or not? Say yes or no, black and white.
In the meantime, Carolyn Barnes said, we're talking about 7 degrees of separation. We went to Fort Morgan to see our grandson, the security guard at the motel we stayed at, worked at the same shawl carpet mill I worked at. Oh. He knew several people that I worked with also.
No,
and
no,
Deborah
that's
said
it.
no.
Hey, Maria Chapman. Okay, so no black. Okay, so anyway, we got the motorhome, and he took the table out and made me a table out of part of a bed and
part of a
dining room table, and put some plugs in there for me to plug stuff in. And so when we go camping, whether we go with our camping group or you know, with friends or whatever, then I can sit back there, don't tell the police, and craft while he's driving.
I'll get her a seatbelt in there soon.
So anyway, that's kind of how crafting and cruising started, when I kept trying to figure out, was I going to start a page, was I not? And if so, what was I going to call it? But the whole reason I was telling y'all that is because coming in here today, having to do that last minute, I was trying to watch Tracy. I was on a Zoom with her, and then we lost connection. And so I came in here and was trying to get back on to watch her. At the same time, we were trying to figure out what table I was going to use to set up to do this live, because we knew we would have to stay in here if I was going to have internet. And you know, I have an art studio outside, so I have a bunch of stuff in the art studio, but most of the stuff is in the motorhome, because even when we're not traveling, the motorhome is here. So I just try to do all my lives from the same place. And so most of my materials are in there, but then I have a lot out in the art studio too, which I went out there the other day and tried to work on it a little bit, but it's a total disaster.
At least you're in trouble. Deborah Jedd works for the police.
I know she works for the police. I'm not worried about Deborah Jedd. Nope. You're gonna have to get me something better than that. Okay, so I'm taking this twine and I'm gonna pull this really, really tight. Try to make sure it's pretty even. Doesn't have to be perfect, because we'll end up trimming it up some. And then I'm going to come around it another time just to give it security. And then I've got a piece of Totally Dazzled I'm going to put in the center of this.
It's not really, yeah, I guess we can see it a little bit. It's kind of down to where all the comments are.
So then you just sort of take it and shake it. I was doing that last night, those flowers too. Shaking the flowers. Just kind of zhuzh. Would somebody please tell me how to spell that word? Because I've tried to look it up in the dictionary and I have no idea how to spell zhuzh. Okay, so let me bring this back over here. Then I was thinking about putting it up here in this left hand. I'm scared to stand it up. I'm scared my sticks will fall off. I'm going to trim it. And I was thinking about putting it up here. You know what else would be cute? Would be to get some little gifts and put around the bottom. Oops, forgot Deborah. Zhoozhe, Z-O-O-Z-H-E.
With a question mark.
My artful adventure. Hey there, sister. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Okay, let me try to trim this up a little bit. I had tried to cut on the angle before I came on live just to have more stuff done, but I knew it was probably going to be too long. And I don't want it to overpower the picture, but I don't want the picture just to be there by itself. I think it needs a little something more.
Debbie Harris suggests that it's Z-H-U-Z-H.
Z-H-U-Z-H.
She probably knows.
You probably do.
She probably zhuzhes some things up.
Has anybody ever looked that up? Zhuzh? I've heard lots of crafters say it. Kathy D likes to say it. zhuzh it up. All right, let me make these just a little shorter so they won't overtake anything. How's our time?
1:48.
Oh,
12
gosh.
minutes.
We got lots of time,
Yeah.
guys. What are we going to do for the rest of the time?
Make another one.
I don't have the materials in here to make another one. So, what was your favorite, so far, what has been your favorite Christmas gift you've ever received? Anybody, everybody. Favorite Christmas gift. Or maybe I'll just say your favorite gift.
Ice skates.
Oh.
Patty Gentry says hi. Hello, Patty.
Hey, Patty. Ice skates.
Not Patty's first time here.
Oh, welcome, Patty. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, this is coming undone.
You're both.
Most of y'all probably know my ice skate debacle.
Ice skate?
But if not, I'll tell it again. My mother was a pretty good ice skater. I mean, she wasn't like Olympic or anything, but she was a pretty good ice skater.
Hello, Lynn Causey.
She wanted to take new wedding rings. Cool. She took my sisters and I ice skating. And we weren't very old. I'm the oldest, and then the next oldest is 8 years younger. I mean, 4 years younger, and then the other one is 4 years younger than her. And so, anyway, she is still too long. She decided that she wanted to take us ice skating one day, and I didn't want to do it. Just the whole thought of ice skating scared me. I don't know why, because I liked to roller skate, but I didn't want to ice skate. But Mama wanted us to learn to ice skate and enjoy it, not be afraid of it. So there was a ice skating place in Nashville called the Hippodrome. And so we went to the Hippodrome and got our skates on. And Mom was holding on to us as we were, she was trying to get us used to the ice. And I was literally gripping the edge of the rink with one of my hands, just so scared, but trying to be brave for Mom. And so we weren't out there hardly any time, and somebody fell. I don't remember if it was me or one of my sisters. No, it wasn't me. One of my sisters, I guess, fell. And I leaned down to check on her, and when I did, Mom skated right over my hand, the top of my hand, with her ice skates. That was the last time I went ice skating. Told her I didn't like it, didn't want to do it, and I didn't. What?
Patty Gentry, we said it was first time here. Liz Causey sprinkled, and it's her first time here.
Oh, welcome, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. That makes me happy.
Jump to Joyful says, hi, Lisa. Cynthia K. Wood said the new wedding rings. You read that. The Golden Bell, Nancy Bell, Grace. A doll bed my dad made 2 years before he passed away.
Oh, how sweet.
Rhonda's repurposed home decor.
Hey, Rhonda.
It's bad to say I don't even know. Favorite gift. Cindy Forkel, cowboy boots. Mom kept saying girls only wore fancy shoes. Diana Rutledge says hello.
Diana, sister. Diana's got a wedding coming up. Her daughter's getting married.
Terry's Crafty Friend says no fun at all. I've always wanted to ice skate, but not now. Vine and Silk Designs. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Francis from Texas. Welcome from Texas. Tracy Everly Campbell. We had an unexpected opening in the Craft Around the Clock group. So I shared you in that group.
Oh, Tracy, that is so sweet. Thank you, sister. I'm so grateful for you.
Debbie Harris, that would have ended my ice skating too.
Yeah, it did.
Mama P's Craft Creations. I could roller skate like crazy as a kid. Never could ice skate.
Yeah, I could roller skate. I mean, I wasn't great roller skating either. If I tried to get on roller skates now, it'd be disastrous. They'd be calling the ambulance to come pick me up.
Bab Shirley, first time watching. Welcome to our page.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'll tell you a quick story about my first time skating.
Yeah, do.
I was ice skating in Huntsville, Alabama at a rink down there and absolutely knew nothing about what I was doing. And about the first time around,
this is the Totally Dazzle I'm going to use.
I could tell my feet were coming out from under me, and I was doing one of those windmill things with both arms going around trying to keep from falling. And right before I hit the ice, somebody caught me up under my arms and skated me right over to the side. And when I turned around, it was this woman that had to be 6'2", 6'3".
Oh.
And it was back when roller derby was popular, and she apparently was a big roller derby woman. She was probably 20 and I was probably 16. And I looked up and this, I mean, she was just like a giant, good looking, like Raquel Welch.
Oh, good looking. Did y'all catch that? Good looking. He put that good looking in there. Mm-hmm.
So she caught me, kept me from crashing, and gave me a few pointers about how to tighten my skates up and sent me on my way. So that's my ice skating story, and I'm sticking to it.
Mm-hmm. You got a lot of heart, a lot of laughs coming on that one, buddy. Okay, now go back up. Somebody said something about being a competitive skater.
Oh, yeah. Junk to Joyful. I was a competitive figure skater growing up. I traveled to compete all over the USA and even Finland and Sweden. You weren't in Huntsville, Alabama, were you? That's where I almost fell.
That's awesome.
It is.
Oh, my word. Okay, y'all.
Doodle Denise Design says, I love this. It's 1:54. So you still got a few more minutes here to
let me get
zhuzh it up a little bit if you want to.
Okay, now here's the next question. Should I
Ooh, that's good.
put, I could eventually print some words and put Merry Christmas or whatever, but should I diamond dust the sides, the frame?
No, Junk to Joyful said she wasn't in Huntsville, so it wasn't her.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
He thought he found his long-lost girlfriend.
Yeah, I guess I'll never know who that was. It might have been Raquel Welch. That's what I'm thinking.
No, on the diamond dusting the edges. Y'all are just scared I'm going to cut myself, and you're probably right. Okay, so can you see the little bling up there in the bow?
Yep.
I don't like the way this one flops over all the time. I'm going to make it shorter.
Said you could diamond dust the tree a bit, maybe, if you wanted to.
I did.
Little wrapped presents under the tree. That'd be good.
I did not put any snow on the trunk. Should I have? Trees really don't. The trunks don't usually get it.
The limbs.
Thank you so much.
I like it off. So pretty. Yeah, I think that would be good to have some. I guess I'm going to get the job of cutting out some little squares or little cubes of wood to put under the tree with wrap them up.
Will you, since we got a couple extra minutes, will you go get my lady over there that I got in Oklahoma? Y'all, when we went to Oklahoma, we went to a Goodwill. And there's a picture laying there too, Ronnie, of what she looked like. I walked in and I saw, and I'll show it yet, I saw this thing up on the shelf and I thought, I have to have, somebody said yes, diamond dusted. Okay, this is what she looked like. The old clothespin bag. And she had clothespins hanging in her bag. Now that face and that hair, and her headband says hip chick. And I thought, I have got to have her. Like, she just jumped out at me and said, take me home. So I took her home. And I made her into the old paintbrush bag. Complete with pearls, complete with pearl earrings, complete with Stickles lipstick. These are children's infant overalls and an infant onesie that I got and put on her. And then I kept the bag that was on her, and I just kind of, I made these with my Cricut. The old paintbrush bag, I made those letters with my Cricut. It even says Oshkosh on it.
What about her headband?
And then her hair, see her hair? I did that. Her hair was flat, and I did that with the molding paste. And then I took gray paint and just kind of went over it. Then I used stickles around her her glasses. Now, is she something? And then I decoupaged her feet, and one of them says, "Don't get me started. I don't come with brakes." And this one says, "Your secrets are safe with me," because there's a good chance I wasn't listening. And I know that's sarcasm, but y'all, does she not look like she is sassy and sarcastic? So I thought that would be perfect. Oh, she's got pockets in the back too. I should have put something in her pockets. I should put, no, I was going to say a pack of cigarettes in her pocket in the back, but I guess not. Oh, and it says, oh, hand it back, Hip Crafter. This was a scarf that I got, and so I cut it apart and put Hip Crafter.
You got about 1 minute. You want to rehash what you did here for the people that just came in? Thank you all again for coming on. Don't forget to refresh the page so that you can watch Christy at my Artful Adventures. And I want to thank the Crafty Bunch for letting me come on and do this craft and be a part of such a cool group of ladies and gents. And we just took a Dollar Tree frame. I took the backing of it, painted it white, and then decoupaged a poinsettia napkin. I painted the frame 3 coats of red, and then I crackled it and put the white on top of it. And then I sanded it some, and then I used bare antique wax to make it look old. My husband got some sticks out of the yard for me, made a tree, covering them with molding paste to look like, molding paste and diamond dust to look like snow, and then made a boat. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope you have an opportunity to go out and bless someone else. And we'll talk to you later. Tracy Campbell, thank you again. You're precious. Bye.